There was no way I was going to miss this.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. It's David Benavidez. He's a whopping 6 foot 2 inches tall and has a reach of 74.5 inches. Up against them, Saul Alvarez, who's got a nice height of 173 centimeters, weighing in at 151 pounds with a reach of 179 cm.
You have two fighters. One of them has the height, competitive you with that jab, set you up for that long counter shot. The other has to get in close and personal, stick to your chest, make you work at a pace you don't want to work at. Doing it that way, you're working at their kind of fight.
It's the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. This guy was sparring with world champions like Triple G at just 15 years old and holding his own. In fact, he turned pro at the age of 16 years old. So here comes Saul Alvarez. This young fighter is only 20.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the...
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. They're both trying for a knockout. Follow with a straight right hand. All the seats have been taken in this unique setting. What an event it will be here tonight.
You walk in, you cannot hide or duck or stand behind anybody. The audience is on you. They see every single movement, every single twitch. If you're scared, the thousands of people that are here in this place, they will spot it.
Oh, that jab's starting to mark them up. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They can't get out of the way of that straight. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite-level middleweights. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talking about David Benavidez that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
Good work, that's it.
What do we expect to see here in round two? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Caution being thrown to the wind. Well done with that counter shot. When you're fighting a counter puncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Hey, those punches add up. Punch, counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next.
You're better than that, kid. Let's go back out.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. They have no respect for each other's punching power. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Good counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just
Get out there and switch.
on to the fourth we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Big whiff with the right hook. Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good counter punch. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Punch, counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter and the tournament.
I like that round.
There's the bell to start round 5. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Can't score with that jab. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Punch scores. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. David Benavidez in that last round.
That's his round.
That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Posted for this entire fight. And now he's letting back.
There's the bell for round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Holtzman step back for just a moment. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Got out of the way of that right hook. A perfect counter shot. And it's survival time for David Benavidez. And it appears they weathered the storm. Oh, right there. David Benavidez might be ready to go. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does the... And there's the bell for round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead he's in there throwing bombs again. Those counter punches have to hurt. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talking about Benavidez that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
You were thinking, you were smart.
He's not even in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
Forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end and what you
Back, get your focus back, and get that jab back. Just boxing, be smart, get your shots up. Don't give him anything. Go back out there and win this round, all right? It's only one round that you lost. Don't worry about it.
Hanging already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it. Start sticking it.
Just fight, do you? Come on. Let him back.
There's the bell to start round 8. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Both men step back for just a moment. Insane action. Beautiful counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Straight right just misses. Jab does not score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. David Benavidez in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knock. And we enter the ninth. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
They're giving us a high-tempo show. That counter shot lands. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
And he scores with the counter. Catch and shoot. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something.
Get out there and switch.
This is the 10th. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. There's a counter shot. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Missing with that jab. You've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Much better game plan here.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he's over to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight. What a style. What a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.